Evening people, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully the sound's alright, let me know if it's not. Tonight bringing you round 4 of the Mini Challenge UK hosted by NextGen. So this is real world Mini Challenge UK drivers versus the sim drivers, or some of the sim drivers from last night's CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. So you can see on screen there, we are about to start qualifying. We've got 15 minutes of quali and then we jump into 2 15-minute races for you guys tonight. Reverse grid for race 2. Let's get ourselves onto track. Pick the old pad up. Right, let's just have a look who's in the room, see if I can get everyone's name right tonight. We've got Cutler, Moleman, Bigsy, Blackwell, or Zach Black as I was calling him last week. Sobio 340, Scar Wars you may have seen last night, TS21, is that Tom, I believe, MBG Nathaniel, Morgan, that's not Chanel, that's Morgan, that one. Sean, evening mate, how you doing? We've got James Hillary, we've got Dan, I'm not allowed to call him Dank, Potter McPot, we've got Toby Goodman, Cooper Bear and Rocket JP. So 15 full grid tonight, that's good to see. So we are into 15 minutes quali already, I think. I know I say that sometimes and then they chop it all around and it all of a sudden becomes quali. So we're at the short circuit tonight, the Indy track of Brands Hatch, as you can see, cutting off the corner here through McLaren. And onto the Clark curve, which is the last turn of the track. Duco, evening mate, thank you, cheers buddy. Right, let's get ourselves onto top man Morgan, just crashing a little bit on the way into the pits. Golden Coastal liveried Mini today. He's decided to come away from the red and go for the muddy brown. Rate my driving. Well, we'll see how that goes by the end of this race, but he is currently, I say that, he's just been pipped for pole position by Toby Goodman. He's put a 51.2 in. You may see 1 or 2 drivers running it wide through that sand pit. So Toby Goodman out front at the minute, 51.2. Morgan on a 51.2 as well, only just a little bit back. Tom in third on a 51.3. Moleman a 51.3 as well. Got NBG Nathaniel on a 51.3. So times will be very tight. It is a short course. Sobio 51.3 as well. Blackwell, he's on a 51.5. Potter McPot a 51.6. Dan is on a 51.6 as well. NGR Bigsy a 52.2. That was his pit lap as well. Cutler in 11th currently, 52.6. Scar Wars on a 52.7. Rocket JP with a 53.1. Cooper Bear a 53.2. James Hillary currently at the back of the pack on a 53.3. So yes, 15 minutes of quali. We are just 4.5 minutes into that quali session now. Pot looking to get a bit of a tow from James Hillary down that start-finish straight. See if anyone can better their time down here. James Hillary goes up to 11th. So let's just flick back through the order. Moleman's back up front now, 51.198. 18 thousandths faster than Toby Goodman's time of 51.2. Got Morgan. Yeah, they've changed from the shiny red they were last week into the muddy brown this week. I don't know what the reason behind that is. Whether that is this season's colours, who knows? Maybe someone can enlighten me in the chat if they know what's happening. So yeah, if anyone knows why Coastal have gone from red to brown, please let me know. Oh, okay, it says something on the side of his car there. What does it say down the side of his car? Something about 2 red cars. 2 red cars should be brown something something. Come on, let me see it. Oh, why won't you let me see it? Car's getting too close. Two red cars should be brown, apparently, according to James Hillary. That's what it says on the side. If anyone can enlighten me further, it'd be interesting to know what's going on there. And keep everyone else up to date as well. So Dan up to 4th. No times on the board. There were 51.2 for Dan. NBG 51.3. So what we will do, let's go on board with one of the brown cars, following the other brown car. Getting it a bit wrong through the Clark curve. One of the brown cars is coming into the pits. Oh, they're both coming in the pits. What a terrible time to jump on board with them two. All right, let's sit on board with Sobio then, unless he decides to come in the pits as well. No, stopping out. So we will go on board for a lap with Sobio then. So down the Brabham straight, past the pit wall and across the line now then to start that new lap. Through the first turn. This is the turn where you may see 1 or 2 drivers running it wide into that sand pit, hard on the power up towards the Druid hairpin. Nice tight line in there from Sobio. So back down the hill. I've forgotten that turn. Where's my map? Graham Hill bend, of course it is. Right, we're going to go for another lap because that was a poor effort of a track guide from me. So he rounds the Clark curve then for the last time. This is going to be professional now. You watch. Down Brabham straight then. Past pit wall. Crossing the line. Now. So hard on the brakes through Paddock Hill bend. Again, just watching you don't run wide through there. You can see Sobio just catching it. So hard on the brakes then into Druids. Back down the hill towards Graham Hill bend. You may see 1 or 2 drivers run wide through here as well tonight. Up onto that grass, go for a little bit of a picnic. So back on the power then down the Cooper Straight. Through the first section of Surtees, and then we peel off right to go through McLaren here. And then this is where it rejoins back onto the final turn, the Clark curve. Hard on the power again, try not to run it out too wide. Not so bad on this short course, but on the long course, you're travelling at a lot faster speed as you come into that. A lot of people do run wide. So 51.6 there for Sobio. Let's go and have a flick through the pack because Tom is up front now with a 51.176, 8 thousandths faster than Toby Goodman's time. He's gone a bit quicker though, 51.184. So Moleman in third, 51.198. So 9 minutes into quali. Oh, 2 brown cars just getting it a little bit wrong there. Clattering with Rocket JP. So Morgan in 5th at the minute. managing to better that lap 2's 51.2 currently. Still 5 minutes left to play about. So possibly just chucking himself back behind MBG to get a bit of a tow. Yeah, these two just getting themselves out of the way. Is that Wreckage AP going through? Yes. So they're just looking for a bit of clear air by the look of it, possibly looking for a bit of a tow off Rocket JP, get Morgan in behind NBG or Nathaniel. Try and better those lap times, push themselves up the order a little bit. We'll see how they get on. So why does it flick me all the way through to you? So Moleman back out front then, 51.0. Tom's back down into second then with that 51.1. Toby Goodman, 51.1 as well, third. NBG, that 51.2. Morgan is, he was on a 51.2 as well, lap 2. Dank, 51.2 as well, nothing in it really. Sobio is no hot lap on the board there, but it can only be about a 52.1 or something. He's only 0.3 of a second back from the leader, even though he's in 7th. Zach Black just coming into the pits on a 51.4. Looks like he's smashed into the wall, he's holding a bit of damage. Potter McPot 9th. He's on a 51.6. In the pits also 51.6 from him. Bigsy also in the pits, 51.7. Scarwall still out on track in 11th place currently, 51.9. James Hillary, 51.9 as well. 13th currently. Rocket JP 14th on a 52.5. And Cooper Bear, he's left and come back. So currently no hot lap on the screen for him. Currently at the back of the pack as well, 15th on the grid. So 3 minutes left of quali. See if Moleman can hold on to that pole position. So just while we're coming to the end of quali, let me just flick the points up until last week for you guys. So it does cut out the game sound for some reason. I've still not quite figured out why it does that, but hopefully you can still hear me. So Moleman is out front in the championship with 99.5 points. So this is after Monza last week. Toby Goodman is in second with 91. James Hillary is in third with 72. NBG or Nathaniel is in fourth, 69. 66 points right behind him. In fifth is Dan KBL. Morgan, or Chanel as he is on screen, he's on 64 points in sixth. Rocket JP 7th, 42.5 points. Sobio in 8th with 39 points. Zach Black, or Blackwell 411, 35 points. Alex Neville, 33 points. I don't think I've seen him in the lobby tonight, possibly not racing tonight. We flick through to the bottom of the pack. Andy Racer again, not another driver I've seen tonight, 25 points on the board in 11th. Cooper Bear, he's on track tonight, 21 points for him in 12th. And then A-Reeve Perf, again, not on track tonight, 15 points for him down in 13th. So, as I say, there are the sim racers in here as well. They're not on screen for the scores. I think they are going to be jiggled around and have some scores put up for next week. So the sim racers will score points in this one. Don't think they're being left out. So we'll chuck ourselves back on track. Moleman has managed to hold on to that P1 at the minute. What have we got? About a minute left on the clock. So Tom's still in second. He's left and come back as well. He does keep his previous time on the board though, so that's why he stays in the second position. Toby Goodman then still sitting in third. MBG fourth. Morgan fifth. Dan in sixth. Sobio seventh. Blackwell in ninth. Potter McPot sorry, Blackwell 8th. I don't know why I said 9th there. Potter McPot in 9th. NGR Cutler 10th. NGR Bigsy in 11th. Scar Wars 12th. James Hillary 13th. Rocket JP 14th. And Cooper Bear bringing up the rear at the minute. 15th position. So this is going to be qualifying over. They'll get this last lap in and that's about it. So the timer ticks over the 15-minute mark now. So they will get a little bit of run out time. Just to complete these laps, what we need to go and keep our eye on is NGR Cutler. He's the man. When he starts ghosting out, you know the race is pretty much going to start. He'll probably just want to finish this lap. Comes across the line, 56.9. So not the fastest time there by Cutler, but there you go. He's put his hazards on. He's gone into ghost mode. That means he's looking at starting the first race for you guys tonight. So it's 15 minutes, no tyre wear, no fuel. And then we'll have a couple of minutes break and then we jump into the second 15-minute race. Reverse grid for that one. There you go, Cutler starts the race then. So Moleman, Tom, Toby Goodman, first, second and third. The real world drivers pulling it out of the bag at the minute. They seem to be mostly up front. I don't think the sim races start until about position, where are we at? Position 9 with Potter McPot, I believe. And then Cutler, Bigsy and Scar Wars. Right. Usual stuff on for you lot. The revs are up. I can't see the lights. Do not like Brands Hatch for this. Just waiting for those lights to drop their way. Tom didn't get a great start. Moleman got a flyer. So Toby Goodman might get a bit of a run on TS. No, he doesn't, but NBG's looking to make a run around the outside of Toby Goodman. Toby Goodman also being pressured by Morgan as they head up towards Druids. And do they all get through here cleanly? So all drivers through the first couple of turns cleanly. That's good to see. Let's go for a little bit of, why won't he let me change camera, damn it. So let's go a bit further back. Let me change out of that one. Okay, we see a bit better now. A little bit of bumping from Rocket JP and Cooper Bear. Cooper Bear losing out on that one now at the back. He has got the inside line into this last turn. Rocket JP's not giving that one up easily. So let's go back to the front, make sure we're not missing anyone as they come round for lap 2 then. Moleman out front, followed by TS through Paddock Hill Bend cleanly so far. Toby Goodman still holding it on to third, MBG in fourth still. Morgan right behind him though. Teammates working together by the look of it. Blackwell in sixth. He's coming under a bit of pressure from Dan behind. Potter McPot has made up a position. He's up into eighth. He'll be looking to close in on the drivers in front. NGR Bigsy as well has followed him through. He's up into ninth. Sobio 10th. Cutler losing out there. Then he's down in 11th position, trying to fight that position back off Sobio. Finding it difficult at the minute. It just comes through the last turn, having to relinquish that position back to Sobio, but down into 11th then for Cutler. James Hillary 12th. He's now looking to make a bit of a move on Cutler as well. Cutler's got to go a bit defensive into Paddock Hill Bend. Scar Wars 13th then. Cooper Bear's run wide. Paddock Hill Bend into the sand he goes. So after getting back past Rocket JP, getting it all wrong. Scar Wars looks like he got it a little bit wrong on the exit of Paddock Hill Bend as well, losing out to Rocket JP 2. So back out front, Moleman leading. Purple sectors as well from the front runner. Tom in second, just over half a second back. That time extending though. Toby Goodman third, just starting to stretch out a little bit. These mini drivers now starting to form a bit of a train. So MBG into fourth, Morgan fifth still. Zach Blackwell in sixth. Dan in 7th, Potter McPot still 8th. Good liveries tonight on the cars, all genuine liveries from the Mini Challenge UK series, and some from the CHewitt Racing Cup as well. Cliche evening, brother. How you doing, mate? Thanks for stopping in. So Sobio down in 9th there. He's got back past Bigsy. He's managed to fend off Cutler as well. James Hillary still putting all the pressure on Cutler for that 11th position. James Hillary 12th, then Rocket JP 13th, Scar Wars 14th, and poor Cooper Bear getting it wrong through Paddock Hill Bend, chucking himself in the sand now, 15th place, nearly 6 seconds down as well. So a lot to make up in 11.5 minutes. So Moleman just starting to pull a bit of a lead now, 1.1 seconds from TS in 2nd. Toby Goodman's closed up on TS actually, he's got to be careful. He's pulling NBG and Morgan with him. Got Zach Blackwell just, what's he, just 0.8 of a second back from Morgan. Little purple sector there for him, going pretty quick on this lap then for Blackwell 411. Runs it wide there through Graham. Going off track. Slowed him down a little bit, bringing him back into the clutches of Dan in 7th. Potter McPot still trying to hang on in there, get back in that fight for 7th and 6th in front. He's just losing a bit of time to Dan in front as well, 0.7 of a second between those two drivers. So Sobio, big pack of 4 here, losing out, he's ghosting. Not sure what's happened to Sobio. He's got a little bit of front end damage, so he's got it wrong somewhere. And it's cost him about 3 places, now down in 12th position. So Cutler up into 9th then. James Hillary 10th, going for a run around the inside of Bigsy through there. Bigsy will have the inside line into the next turn. So through Graham Hill Bend they go cleanly, nobody off track. James Hillary up into 10th, then Sobio looking to get that position back off Bigsy as well. Fighting his way through there then, through the first part of Surtees and into McLaren. Sobio back up into 11th. Bigsy 12th, still not out of this fight yet. Scar Wars slowly closing in on these guys. He's got a little bit of rear end damage, has Scar Wars. Might be slowing him down a tiny bit. Rocky JP then closing in on him. Close enough to make a move at the minute. And poor old Cooper Bear just coming around the last turn. 7.4 seconds back now. So up to the front runners. Moleman had that gap reduced a little bit. He's got just 0.6 of a second between himself and TS in 2nd now. Toby Goodman holding on to that 3rd. He's done well. He's got he's had MBG pretty close to him for most of this race so far. Morgan's just been dropped a little bit. He's got a 2nd gap now to MBG in front. He's got to be careful he doesn't lose that slipstream and start falling into the attacks of Zach Blackwell behind and Dan. So these two are pulling a bit of a gap over Potter, 0.8 of a second. So, oh, who's that? Sobio getting it wrong. Oh, he's still getting it wrong. And he's just caught NGR Bigsy as well. Just trying to keep that on track was Sobio. You can see his car squiggling all over the place. I can imagine his, he was like Captain Ahab at the wheel of a ship right then. Duco knows all about that, don't you, Dukes? So Scar Wars then has managed to make a bit of a break from Rocket JP. He's got 1.5 seconds breathing room at the minute. So it looks like Rocket JP's had a little bit of an incident because that's brought him closer to Cooper Bear as well in 15th. So let's go for a bit of that. On board with Moleman then, as he's got TS trying to chase him down. Toby Goodman right in the background there as well with NBG and Morgan. So the top 4 just starting to make a bit of a break then. Morgan's just being left behind a little bit. So cleanly through Clark Curve then. Nobody running it deep or into the sandbank. So into Paddock Hill Bend. This is where we saw Sobia getting it a bit wrong. Just ran it a bit too wide, got a wheel on the sand, started spinning him out. So top four then, let's see how much of a gap they've got from 1.9 seconds between fourth and fifth now. You can see Morgan just slowly dropping off that pack in front. Blackwell 411, he'll be able to see that Morgan in front is closer. He might start piling on the pressure. So Potter McPot is up into seventh. He's got past Dan. No damage on Dan's car. He looks pretty clean. Doesn't look like he's been off-roading anywhere. He's a fair way back from Potter now, though. 2.9 seconds. NGR Cutler still holding on to that ninth. James Hillary just 0.6 of a second back. Bigsy not far out from that fight either. 1.2 seconds back. Sobio, after getting it back on track through this particular turn here, he's in 12th, but he's got Scarwalls not that far back, only 0.9 of a second. So Scarwalls has got you can smell the blood of Sobio in front and wants a bit of that. Rocket JP then 7.9 seconds back now. Looks like he's had more off-track action. That's brought him right into the clutches of Cooper Bear 84. Can Cooper Bear get onto the coattails of Rocket JP in front and start making a move? 5 minutes left on the clock. So all kicking off up front then. We can see Moleman, Toby Goodman's got past TS. TS has had to go mega defensive to fend off an attack from MBG as well. So possibly TS getting it wrong through the Clark curve. Sorry, not the Clark curve. Paddock Hill Bend, and just allowing Toby Goodman through. Toby Goodman though piling the pressure on Moleman in front, around the inside there through Surtees and into McLaren as well. So he's going for the lead here, Toby Goodman. And TS has snuck through as well. He's bolted onto the back end of Toby Goodman, so taking that second position back off Moleman. Moleman going from first to third right there then. Still got MBG in that fight as well, so it could be a four-way punch-up into Druids. Does everyone keep it clean through Paddock Hill Bend? They do, so almost three wide up the hill. TS back out front now. Moleman putting the move back on Toby Goodman for that position. So good for that one, takes that second place back. Toby Goodman now trying to come back down the inside through Graham Hill Bend, not able to do it. So these minis, if they get any closer together, it will just be a mini. But TS has managed to make a bit of a break from that melee behind. He's now got 0.5 of a second. Just under 4 minutes remaining. A really good fight for the top spots between these four. We did have Morgan in that fight as well at the start of this race, but he has gained a bit of time back. He's only a second back from that fight then after they've been battling. Zach's not that far back either. Potter McPot 2.3 back, might be a little bit too far back for Potter McPot to make any more positions up. Dan in 8th, still 2.2 back from Potter. And big gap back to NGR Cutler. He's still managing to hold on to that 9th position though. He's been under attack from James Hillary, Bigsy and Sobio pretty much all race. He's kept his composure. He's held that position. And these four breathing down his neck. Scarwalls then got past Rocket JP. So Cooper Bear not able to close in on Rocket JP and make any moves on him yet. And a little bit wide through there as well. So TS still out front then. Still holding a 0.4 of a second gap. Not quite as close this lap as it was on the previous two. Moleman, nice tight line through there, closing in a little bit on TS. So with these battling, that puts Morgan right back into this fight. He's right there with them, half a second back. 2 minutes 20 left on the clock. Anything could happen. Top 5 are really fighting it out now come the end of this race. let's see what it's like from MBG's point of view. He has got Morgan not far behind him, 0.5 of a second. He's just got to be a little bit careful that Morgan doesn't try a little bit of a late dive. So we are going to go too wide into Druids then, between Toby Goodman and Moleman. Toby Goodman and NBG. I thought Moleman was going to go side by side with TS through there, but he didn't. Did go for a little bit of a cutback though, slightly different line through Druids to try and get the manoeuvre made on TS in front, unable to get it done that time. So has to slot back into second. TS continues to hold P1 position at the minute. So different lines through there from the drivers, looking for slightly different exits or the undercut, but that's slowed down NBG, and now his teammate Morgan has able to sneak down the inside. So from about 2 seconds back a few laps ago, Morgan's made his way up, caught back up with this pack and taken a position as well. He's got it a little bit wrong through there, nothing MBG could do, so he's just clattered into the back of Morgan in front. TS still holding on to this one then, 50 seconds left on the clock, that's enough for one more lap, so they should cross the line and get one more in. I'm going to just flick through the pack, see what's going on behind. Zach Blackwell, sorry, not able to close in on that fight in front. Potter McPot still holding 7th, losing a bit more time to Zach. Dan also still 2 seconds back, unable to close in. Cutler still fending off these two drivers behind now. Looks like Biggie's made a mistake. He's dropped off that fight. Yeah, Biggie's got a big dent in his rear end, but he's got 11 seconds in front of Scar Wars. Nothing to worry about from behind for him. Rocket JP in 14th, then 3.6 seconds back. He's also made up more time over Cooper Bear, 3.2. Right, back up to this one. This is where we want to be. No, it's not. Why won't it let me flick to TS? I've missed what's happened to TS. Why won't it let me go? TS now at the back of this fight. So it's almost have kicked off at the end of this one. Toby Goodman takes the lead then. Moleman second. Morgan third. We've got MBG fourth. And unfortunately, TS or Tom down in fifth. A little bit nudgy through the last turn there to take that fourth position. Maybe a Stewart inquiry for that one. But Toby Goodman just stretching out his lead to take a comfortable win in this one. So Morgan actually sneaking through at the end of that race to take second place from Moleman as well. Great bit of driving at the end of that race from Morgan. Well done, sir. Toby Goodman taking P1 though. Morgan second. Moleman third. Tom in fourth. Nathaniel or Nathan MBG in fifth. Damn you scores. I'll get back to them in a second. Right, race results. Here we go then. So yes, Toby Goodman taking the win. Morgan, not Chanel, sneaking through at the end of that one. He was in fifth a few seconds back, and just with the top four all trying to kick each other in and trip each other up, he was able to close up and able to take his teammate lap before final lap, and then snuck through literally down the start finish straight across the line to take second. Great bit of driving from Morgan. So Moleman third, Tom in fourth, MBG in fifth, Blackwell 411 in sixth, Potter McPot in seventh, Dan in eighth, Cutler in ninth, Sobio 10th. Sobio making his way past James Hillary at the end of that one as well. Then James Hillary 11th, Bigsy 12th, Scar Wars 13th, Rocket JP in 14th, and Cooper Bear in 15th place. So, as I say, a couple of minutes, maybe 5 minutes, so race 2 might begin at 21:10. We'll just wait for the word from NGR Cutler. And then we jump into race 2, 15-minute reverse grid. Always makes for fun, that does. Doesn't matter what league we're in. R80, evening mate, how you doing? Got to give R80 a shout. Big shout out to R80. Okay, I can't give R80 a shout right now because I've got gubbins to do. But yes, shout out to R80. He supplied me with a stand and a wheel stand and wheel, which I was able to give away, and I was able to give it away to the guy today after all the messing about with social distancing, etc., etc. Right, Excuse me, I am just trying to set up a post-race interview. But so I don't know whether you can still hear me. You'll have to let me know. What am I trying to do now? I've got to go and find. Nope, that one. What's downloaded in the background? I've no idea. Gentlemen. Yes, shout out to RAT. He supplied me with.
But they're not doing the third race. There's only one more race. So.
Yes, TV amplifier. So hopefully you can all hear that coming through the stream.
Race, by the way.
Okay, evening, Anthony.
How you doing?
Great, man, great.
Hello?
Hello.
There we are.
Right, who've we got online then? Who've we got here? Mole Man? That's Toby, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Toby.
He should be.
Right. So I'd also like a little word with Morgan as well, the sneaky bleeder. Is Morgan in the chat?
No.
That's a shame. I wanted a quick chat with him about his sneaky 5th to 2nd at the end of that race.
I know, that was a bit sneaky, wasn't it?
That was a little bit sneaky. It wasn't a little bit sneaky.
I was behind him that whole thing, and then I was like, how did he just do that?
So are we just waiting for Toby to get in the chat, are we?
No, I'm here.
Oh, that's you there. Oh, right, okay. So how was that then, Toby?
Yeah, it was a clean race for once. So,
it was.
That's always a benefit.
Yeah.
No, it was for the most of the race. We were just trying to keep it together. Really, I think it was all planned to kick off in the last 5 laps there, which it did.
It did.
But I could see that it was getting a bit feisty out in front on the last lap, so I just needed to be there to take advantage of that. And
just stop me there, Toby. Can we be a little bit more professional here, please, people? I can hear you all giggling in the background because Toby's trying to be professional. You bleeders, leave him alone. Carry on, Toby. Thank you.
I've got them all muted anyway. So.
Oh, have you? Oh, I can hear them all giggling in the background.
So yeah, no, it was a great race, great fun, great battle as usual. I think Brands Hatch Indy is usually the closest race, not only on the sim but also in real life. It's a pretty good run there as well. So yeah, looking forward to race 2.
Good, yeah. The top 4 are having a really good battle there, and like I say, Morgan just managed to sneak up at the end and stick it to 3 of you actually, and take that 2nd position. So yeah, really good racing from him. So yes, I'm going to dive out of this chat then, crack on with the stream, and I'll catch up with you lot after race 2.
Great stuff, cheers, Dan.
All right, mate, no problem. Right, hopefully that kind of worked. You lot heard that. That was all sorts of shenanigans going on. I'm actually wearing 2 pairs of earphones at the minute, 2 pairs of headphones to try and get that done. One that links into the PC so I can talk, and one that from the PlayStation so I can chat with them lot on the PlayStation chat. But yes, hopefully that came through all loud and clear. Yes, I was giving a shout out to R80. I did sort of go through it, but I wasn't really talking about it when I was talking about it. R80, what a man. He sent me a steering wheel, pedals and a wheel stand all the way down from Scotland to sunny Leicester for me to give away on the channel. I was able to do that today with a little bit of social distancing. Apologies yesterday, with a little bit of social distancing. And he was very happy to receive his wheel. I don't think he's quite got it up yet. I think he's actually got to go home. He's been trying to talk his missus into getting a wheel for a while, but she's been complaining about, you know, the price and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, when R80 offered this one, he said he was glad to receive it. And now he's just got to go through the pressure of talking his missus into rearranging the house to fit it in. But that's not my problem. R80 and I have done our bit. Thank you, R80. Massive shout out to you, mate. Yeah, really appreciate that, mate. Really good thing to do as well. You know, you could have whacked that on eBay and made a load of money yourself, but no, gave it for free, posted it for free. I offered to pay for postage. He told me to shut up. So yeah, really good of him to do that. So nothing on there about what time race 2 starts. Okay, right, okay, so I've just had an update on the brown liveries. Morgan has just messaged me saying James said last week mine and Nat's driving, so that's MBG, so Chanel and MBG, even though it's Morgan and Nathaniel or Nathan, her driving was so dirty last week that our cars should have been brown, so that's what they've done. There you go. And as you can see, that wasn't dirty this week. There was one or two little nudgy moments, but nothing, you know, nothing malicious, nothing like that. A little bit of outbraking, a little bit of paint swapping, but that's racing for you. That's what happens. Yeah, really good racing that for the top 4. Ended up being the top 5 right there. Well, it started off as the top 5, just started to pull away. The top 4 managed to make a little bit of a break, but their fighting just managed to bring Morgan back into the fight. And yeah, sneaking through to take second position literally on the last lap. Isn't he, John? Isn't he? Eh? John Riley, R80. What a G. Right. Okay then. Looks like we're not far off starting race 2. Settings have been changed. Reverse grid order, yep. So it'll just be a case of pretty much getting everyone out on track. And we'll begin race 2. I better have a swallow of brown fizzy pop while I'm here. I didn't get a chance to do in that first race. Other colour fizzy pops are available. Other pops without fizz are available. But that one's a brown fizzy one. So what's that just popped up? 2 minutes then. 2 minutes to race 2. So quarter past we're going to kick it off. If you fancy having a chat at any point, I've got a Discord channel. I'm on Twitter as well at Dark Smoker. I'm Dark Smoker as well on Discord. Obviously, I wouldn't be anything else. So yeah, come and hit me up on there. I know R80's been on there for a bit. And a couple of the other guys, Cliche, he's been over. He actually kind of forced me into Discord. You gotta get a Discord channel. You gotta get Dark Smoker, man. You gotta get a Discord channel. All right. What is Discord? That was pretty much what it was. And now I've got a Discord, which is basically just like a Facebook for gamers kind of thing. But you can open up sort of certain pages for certain things. So on Cliches, he's got sort of live stream page, if it's called a page, general chat, not safe for work sort of things. All different categories you can sort of split it up into. So yeah, it'll be your page, but you can split it up into all sorts of different categories for people to post in and chatting and stuff. Is alcoholic pop available? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. It's not in this room with me right now. Mine is just plain standard run-of-the-mill brown fizzy pop. Not the other brown fizzy pop. The brown fizzy pop. Let's not get them confused. So here we go, race 2 is about to begin. All sorts of ghosting going on there, just as we get into a few practice laps. So see if we can run through the grid order quickly. I don't think I'll get them all in. It'll be Cooper Bear at the back, followed by Rocket JP, followed by Scar Wars, followed by, who is behind him? NGR Bigsy, Hillary in 5th, Sobio 6th, Cutler in 7th, Dan in 8th, Potomac Pot 9th, Blackwell 411 10th, MBG 11th. Damn you, where have you gone? TS, Tom in 12th, Moleman 13th, Morgan 14th, and Toby Goodman at the back of the pack. So 15-minute reverse grid. Oh, looks like we've got a false start from Rocket JP. He's got away, but he's got away slowly. Cooper Bear then leading the way through Paddock Hill Bend. Scarwall's right on his tail. Heading up towards Druids then for this second race tonight. Oh, a little bit of outbraking himself there from Scarwalls, just punting Cooper Bear a little bit. All drivers through that first couple of turns cleanly again in race 2. That's good to see. Cutler just running it a little bit wide through there. Nice clean first lap from the guys. All still quietly packed together, tightly packed together as well. So Cooper Bear's going to lead us around, taking the lead for this first lap. Let's get the gubbins on. So Scarwall's in second, although James Hillary looking like he was trying to make a move. A bit of contact between him and James Hillary. Oh, so there's a bit of chaos. Can't change camera, will you? So just looks like James Hillary just caught Scarwalls a little bit, put Scarwalls off. He got it a bit wrong onto the grass, came back on. Someone punted him. He went into someone else. There's people off track. Let's try and find out what's going on. We've got Dan BL. Who's that? We've got Bigsy and Cooper Bear fighting out for second currently, but James Hillary's managed to sneak out up front. Scarwall's then going a great move down the inside of about 3 drivers there. He's not quite managed to get past Bigsy in second. So James Hillary leading the way at the minute. Bigsy into second now then. Dan in third. Scarwall's going for a move down the inside of Dan. Does he get that done? He will have the inside line into Druids as well. A little bit bumpy up there as they head up the hill. Dan now going for a move back down the inside of Scarwall's. Really good fight kicking off here. Now Cooper Bear getting swallowed up by these drivers. Oh, a little bit of contact. Dan is going massively wide. He is all over the place. Where's he gone? Where's Dan gone? I've lost him. Ah, there he is, 11th. He was so far off track, he disappeared off the game for a minute. But down in 11th now after that little bit of contact, running wide through Graham Hill Bend. As I say, big chunk of grass to go sliding across there. So James Hillary out front, 1.3 second. Bigsy in second, 1.2 second gap back to Scarwalls. He's just managed to keep it on track there as well. Cooper Bear 4th. Blackwell 411 in 5th. Cutler going for a move down the inside of Blackwell though. Has he got that done? Blackwell will have the line into the next turn. Will Toby Goodman be able to follow him through and just cut Cutler off as well? Looks like they're going to be side by side as they run through there. Kept it clean. Damn you, PlayStation. Change camera. So Toby running a little bit wide through there. Cutler just getting the inside line back on that turn. And that has allowed... Who was that snuck through as well? Moleman and TS have snuck through as well to take that position off of Toby Goodman. And now Morgan's looking for that position off him as well. They are side by side as they come down there. Morgan does just get a nose in front to take that 9th position. But Tom runs him straight around the outside. Sorry, Moleman runs him straight around the outside. Keeps that position. And now Toby Goodman going for a lunge down the inside at Druids, getting that position back off of Morgan. A little bit of bumping going on. Can Morgan keep that position through here? He does. Pushes Toby a little bit wide. He's kept it on track though. So Dan in 11th, he'll slowly be closing in on those drivers in front with that battling. Rocket JP now 2.5 seconds back. MBG 5.6 seconds back, so well out of this fight at the minute. Bit of damage on his car too. Potter McPot in 14th and Sobio 15th. So all sorts of people in wrong positions at the minute, but it's only the start of this race. James Hillary still leading. Biggsy's closing him back down though to 0.6 of a second. These two have made a 3 seconds break from third position Scar Wars. And we've got a melee of drivers fighting from 5th back to, what's that, about 9th, 10th. Oh, who's that just gone off? We've got Moleman and Morgan both off track. They're smashing all sorts of braking markers around the track as well. But that's brought Dan right back into this fight now. So can Dan stick with Morgan as they head around the last turn, get a good run out of here? He's already got the inside line. Will Dan be able to hold this position, or will Morgan try and run him around the outside again? Cooper Bear's left the room, not sure what's happened to Cooper Bear. No, so Dan holds on to that position at the minute, but Morgan's going to have the inside line into Druids. Dan goes for the switch back, but that still allows Morgan to have the inside line into Graham Hill Bend here. Will they run side by side like we've just seen Cutler do? Not quite. Dan relinquishing that 10th place, then that 9th place, and just took it in behind Morgan. So let me just jump to the front of this one again. James Hillary then coming under increased pressure from Bigsy for that first position. 0.3 of a second. Can Bigsy get anything done down here? A little bit too far back, I think, this lap. So big gap opened up to Blackwell, 3.5 seconds. Blackwell's managed to get his way past Scarwalls as well, pushes Scarwalls back down into 4th. Got a bit of a penalty as well, has Scarwalls. He's got to lose that. He's got to fend off the drivers behind. He's got TS right on his bumper heading up the hill, running him around the outside at Druids. Toby Goodman going for a move on Cutler through there. Scarwalls just trying to keep it on track. Coming under all sorts of pressure from drivers behind now. Moleman in 8th, closing in on the battle with Cutler in front. So Morgan and Dan still at it, bumper to bumper. Oh, Morgan stuck a wheel, sorry, Dan stuck a wheel on the grass. That's chucked the rear end of that Mini out. And he's now well out of that fight with Morgan for a second. He's got 1.5 seconds gap. That's only going to extend as well as they hit the fast part of the track. Rocket JP in 12th, coming under pressure from MBG down here then. MBG looking to fight his way back through the pack. Rocket JP's got front and rear end damage. They've gone for a bit of a side-by-side driftathon through the first turn. Rocket JP's looking to keep that position. MBG's looking to go down the inside into Druids, keeping it clean through there, boys. Well done. And MBG just having the faster exit as well, able to keep that position and get in front before Graham Hill Bend. So up into 11th for MBG, 12th for Rocket JP. Oh, did well to keep that in a straight line. Potter McPot in 13th. Sobio 14th. Yeah, we've lost Cooper Bear. See what happened to him, whether he got involved in an incident, I'm not too sure. But yeah, he's left the lobby. Now Potter McPot then closing in on Rocket JP. He'll want to get past and close back up on MBG in front as well. So back out to the front, James Hillary has still not managed to lose Bigsy, but Blackwell 411 has managed to shave about a second and 1.3 seconds off their time in front, and that time is only coming down as well. So TS up into 4th, he's got himself past Scarwalls 2. Scarwalls manages to fend off Toby Goodman at the minute, race winner from race 1. Just getting it a bit wrong in the braking zone there, and clattering into the back end of Scarwalls. That's picked him up more damage on the back end. Moleman in 6th then, he's managed to make his way past Toby Goodman due to that little bit of an incident. So Moleman looking to run around the outside of Scarwalls then on the way up towards Druids. Toby Goodman's right there in that fight. Scarwell's taking a nice inside line. Toby Goodman looking to run around the inside of Moleman. Moleman will have the inside line into this next turn. Will they run side by side through there again? Just about. Toby Goodman getting pushed a little bit wide. That's put him under loads of pressure from Cutler. Cutler actually getting past him. And it did actually look like... Who was that just gave them a little bit of a clatter? That Morgan, side by side with Toby and Cutler. Bit of a bump through Graham Hill Bend. Compromising Toby Goodman, pushing him down into 9th position. Morgan up into 8th. Also looking to close in on NGR Cutler in front. Cutler holding his nerve. Whether Morgan gets a run on the inside up into... Oh, there's contact. There's contact, I think, just as Morgan and Cutler were sort of swapping positions. I think someone got clipped. Oh, Cutler's holding all sorts of engine damage. He's going to be well out of this fight now. So running really slowly then Cutler. He's without damage. It's just going to allow all these drivers to come sneaking through, which is a bit of a shame. He was having a good fight there. Comes into the pits to get that repaired. James Hillary then still leading. Bigsy still bolted onto his back end. But Blackwell behind has lost a bit of time to the drivers in front because he's come under pressure from TS for that 3rd position. TS has come out of nowhere and closed up on Blackwell. So 2 little pairs of fights kicking off at the minute. Scarwell still holding on to that 5th. So Dan and Toby Moleman getting through that little bit of an incident cleanly. MBG in 9th, then Potomac Pot 10th. Rocket JP 11th. Cutler back out of the pits up to race pace in 12th. Sobio 13th, and in 14th now is Morgan. So I didn't actually see whether Morgan picked up any damage, but probably that's why he's now sat at the back of the pack looking to hunt down Sobio. So Bigsy just going past James Hillary there for that 1st position, just caught that. Down the inside at Druids, good move by Bigsy. He's been looking for that. He's been bolted onto James Hillary's rear bumper for pretty much all of this race. We've got 3 minutes left on the clock. Can Bigsy start making a break? Or can James Hillary keep him in check? We've got TS managed to get past Zach, making a bit of a gap on him as well. So it looks like Zach's got it a little bit wrong. He's now 3.1 seconds out of that fight in 4th place. Dan 5th, Scarwell's 6th, but coming under pressure from Toby Goodman for that position as well. He'll have the inside line, but we know it's quite easy to run around the outside at Paddock Hill Bend. Just looking for the switchback up the hill, not quite getting it done. So having to hold on to that 7th at the minute then for Toby. NBG 8th. He's got Moleman on his rear bumper for 9th position. Potomac Pot looking to close those 2 down. He's got 2.4 seconds to make up to try and get anything done. 2 minutes left on the clock. So Rocket JP 8 seconds back. Morgan just fighting it out with Sobio as they come around Druid. Sobio holding out at the minute. Although Morgan's gone for a move down the inside into Graham Hill. Sobio still holds on to that 12th. Morgan 13th then, and now Cutler at the back of the pack in 14th. So we've already got out, I think Chewitt got out of the pits in about 12th, so I'm not sure what's happened to Cutler, but he's now at the back of the pack. So James Hillary retakes the lead of the race. TS manages to take Bigsy as well, so I'm not sure whether the pressure got to Bigsy. He's in 3rd currently. Top 3 made a bit of a gap over Zach Blackwell, 3.2 seconds. So 1 minute remaining. They will get a lap and a blimmin'. That's about it if they cross the line. Well, it's going to be close. I think they will get one more lap in. So these top three then, let's just stick with this. See whether any of these can make a bit of a move on this last lap. It's literally going to come to the line whether the timer ticks over or not. Sorry if I'm not keeping up with the chat, I'm just trying to keep up with this. So, James Hillary getting it all wrong then, coming under loads of pressure from TS for this last turn special. Can TS get a move done down the inside? Nope. Will he get a good toe out of the last turn? Ooh, 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Will they cross the line? Will they get another lap to battle this one out? Or will this be it? They do. They're both across the line, start another lap. And Big Z. So, Blackwell, he just finishes that lap as well. He gets another one. Dan is the first man across the line in 5th then. Scarwall's going to come home 6th. Toby Goodman 7th. Moleman 8th. MBG 9th. Potter 10th. All sorts of handbrakes going on as we come across the line. That's good. That's what we want. Morgan in 11th then. Cutler 12th. Rocket JP 13th. And Sobio in 14th. Good battle at the back of the pack there, but we're back up to the front. We've got TS who has managed to take the lead from James Hillary. James Hillary doing as much as he can to try and get that position back. He's taking all sorts of off-road routes. Unable to do it though. Tom's managed to fend him off, get up to the front and take the win in race 2. So a good bit of driving from Tom. James coming home in 3rd and Big Z bringing home 4th. Blackwell in, Big Z in 3rd. Blackwell in 4th. So great results for race 2. Right, let me try and sort of pre-prepare for somebody sending me a chat group invite. So could you lot all hear that first interview with Toby Goodman after race 1? Because look, I've got to plug earphones into my pad and then shove my earphone in my ear with my headphones on. So I've got 2 mics, 3 ear hearing things. Right, here we go. Gentlemen.
Offended hard, and I was like, oh no.
Gentlemen, how was that?
That was good fun.
Stressful.
Annoying.
Could we try and keep it clean, please, gentlemen? Try and keep it clean.
Dan, you got a little side swipe from Charlie, didn't you?
Oh, big time, yeah.
So, Tom then, where did Tom
that's
start
all
on the
right.
grid? I forget where Tom started on the grid.
I was
Last, I
12th.
think.
You were
12th.
were you? And you fought your way all the way back up to P1, literally on that last lap.
That was exciting.
Yeah, you managed to just get past James Hillary on that last lap, right?
Yeah.
Nice, well done.
Yeah.
Was it difficult getting your way through the pack?
Absolutely. Bumpy cars at the start, but all good fun. Relatively clean compared to some replays I've seen.
Oh, let's not get involved in that. Let's not get political. Let's not get political.
No names. No names.
Good. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. Right. Did we manage to get Morgan on the chat? No.
He's on there, but he's not speaking.
Oh right. Okay. I just wanted. Yeah, Chanel, as he's commonly known. No.
Let's see if we can get him.
All right. I just wanted to speak to him about his manoeuvres in race 1, getting through to take you lot and grab 2nd at the end of that first race.
Right, let's see if we can find him. Hold on.
Right. Let me see if I can keep up with a bit of this chat while we're waiting
Right,
for
I'm
that.
probably going to head off. Cheers again, guys. That was a good race this week.
Good. Glad you enjoyed it.
Cheers, matey. Take it easy.
Yeah, nice one. See you next week, guys.
See you later.
Over and out, Captain Cap. Best of peace and circus.
So yeah, we're just waiting for, or trying to get Morgan or Chanel in the chat group so we can have a little bit of a chat about the shenanigans from race 1. James
Can't
Hiddery.
find him. Alex, can you invite him in if you can see him?
So,
Invite who in, sorry?
Chanel.
I don't think I've got him as a friend. I
you
don't
you
really
horrible,
have
horrible
friends.
people. You horrible people. You've not even got him as your friend.
There is reasons.
Yeah, let's not talk about those on the chat. Or message me them. I'll
It's
clean them.
partly,
I'll clean them up and I'll
it,
tell everyone next week.
it is partly to do with why they've got brown cars this week.
I've just read the text from Morgan myself. Right, okay. So Morgan's messaging me saying he's not got a headset.
Right.
So that's not
That
going to
explains
work.
it.
Okay, right. So no interview with Morgan this week then. I can't get it up through the phone unfortunately because it's just chaos. So I'm going to dive out of this chat group, guys, and then finish this stream.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Anthony.
you.
Appreciate it.
No
buddy.
problem. Yeah, I'm glad you all had a good race, and I'll see you all next week.
Cheers,
Will do.
mate.
Cheers, buddy.
Nice. See you later. Right, so back to track then. No more chatting with those. Unfortunately, Morgan hasn't got a headset. He has just messaged me on... he has just messaged me on Facebook to say he's not got a headset, so we won't be doing an interview with him. Right. Yeah, it was sort of set up. The first race was set up with only about 6 drivers, Alex. So I'm just going to explain. We had the first race, which was sort of a test race just to see how the real world drivers would get on. There wasn't many in the lobby, so we decided to chuck some of the sim racing guys in, or invite some of the sim racing guys to see if they wanted to fill the spots. They did. Unfortunately, between us asking them and the following week, a lot more of the mini drivers decided they wanted to drive, and we tried to accommodate both. So I think last week we had two races with real world drivers, and then we jumped into a third race with some sim racing drivers as well, but it didn't really work too well, so we've just combined it, and we've got sim racers and real world drivers in one lobby. I know what you're saying. It would be nice to have all real world, but yeah, maybe they can't all make it. Maybe they haven't got PlayStations. Who knows? Right, let me just catch up with this chat then, because I've not been doing it yet. So yes, Sean, R80 is a great guy. What a dude. Cliche, yes, cliche. Callum Rudlin. Come on, Jameson. Unfortunately, coming home second in that one. R80, yeah, chatting between yourselves. Good. Amanda Hallery. Oh, sorry, Amanda, I didn't see that chat. I didn't see that one. I would have shouted that one out. Lauren Parkinson as well. Oh, everyone's getting shouts for James. Oh, James might have won if I'd have said those, mightn't he? And he's fuming now. Look, he's at the bottom of the chat fuming. That's my fault. If I'd have just shouted him out, he'd have won that race. So that is about it for this stream. I'm back tomorrow night, 8:30 for another next gen event. It's the Team versus Team GR3 event. That should be full lobbies as well. Really good. I can't remember where that's from this week. Oh, I should know. Oh, why don't I know? No, I don't know where that's from. It's hurting my brain to think. Too many leagues. That's what the problem, people. Too many leagues. So yes, back tomorrow at 8:30 for the Team versus Team event. And then I am back on Sunday at 7:30 for the BMWs. And then straight after that at 9 o'clock for P1RC's GR3 event as well. Back Monday 8:30 for Next Gen Racing's CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. So very similar to this setup, but different. Still minis, but slightly different setup. And then Tuesday next week for the following round of this. So that's about it. I hope you've liked what you've watched. Hit me up on Discord, hit me up on Twitter, pay me money into my PayPal account, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, give us a like, give us a subscribe. My name's Dart Smoker. Tell your mates, tell your mums, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Bye.